Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know how to begin this video. I'm gonna try to... I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. Okay, basic stuff first. Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan. The season finale, the final part, the final thing. I don't know how I'm gonna say it and how I'm gonna write it on my channel, but that's it. That's the final thing about Attack on Titan, and we have the part 1 to discover today, to discover together with this video. I don't know, how many we're gonna have, how many parts we're gonna have truly. I think that it's 2 parts, but at some point people were saying on Twitter and stuff that it would be 3 parts and stuff like that. We don't know when we're gonna have them. Some people are saying that it's gonna be during the same year. Some others are saying that we're gonna have to wait, 6 months between each part. Like, really? I read so many things, different things, so many rumors about this final episode, this entire final episode divided. I read so many things that now I'm really like, I'm gonna believe things when I'm gonna have them, into my hands, when they're gonna be for us, when we're gonna be able to see them. Before that, I'm just gonna be like, okay. No matter what, this is the end, guys, and if you are discovering my channel with this video, you don't know it, but I binge watch this entire anime with you guys on my channel. We discovered together, from episode 1, season 1 until the end, how everything began, how everything evolved, and how everything ended, with the end of the season 4. I mean, we discovered it. I discovered it and you watched that, because for me it was not that long ago, it was just some months ago, that I finished Attack on Titan. And maybe that's why I'm stressed, anxious, nervous, all of that to discover this first part, of the final stuff. Maybe that's why I'm so anxious, because, I loved it so much, but I finished it a long time ago now. I know that you guys, it was even more than me, but follow me with that. Even you can feel like me, so anxious because of that reason, because when we're falling in love with something that much, with an anime, with a story, with characters, when you're falling that much for a universe, for, the characters and all, you're beginning to have high expectations about how it has to end, the story, the development of the characters and all. You have so high expectations about stuff, you imagined that so much, so many times, into your mind, that at some point, at the end, you're almost forced, to be frustrated, to be disappointed, that they didn't treat it like you wanted, that the story didn't evolve like you wanted, that some characters died, but it was not the ones that you wanted, for dying, and the contrary. Like, when you have so many times, to think about something, about a show, about an anime, about a story, about characters that you loved so much, your high expectations are maybe not good, in fact, for how you're gonna begin, the final episodes, and how you're gonna appreciate them in an objective way, So that's why I'm nervous. I'm nervous that I'm not gonna love all of what they're gonna present to me, because I have high expectations. I'm gonna come back later to what I want for this final episode. I think also that people, you guys who discovered this anime before me, it's gonna be even worse for you, that reason, that thing. I think that it's gonna be even worse for you. You have really higher expectations than me, and I'm a little worried, you know, for people to judge badly these final episodes because of that, you know, because also people evolved with time. I mean, you know, the viewers, they evolved with time, and they watched also other animes, other stuff, so now they're gonna judge this one in comparison of the other ones, and not only for itself. Like, I don't want people to be like, okay, that was great, but in fact, in comparison of the end of that other anime, whoa, it's not that great. Like, see, I'm afraid of a lot of things around these final episodes, around how these final episodes are gonna be received by people, by viewers in general, and also by myself. And for sure, I'm afraid, I'm anxious, I'm nervous about really what is gonna happen during this episode. You know that I didn't read the mangas, you know, the things. I didn't make any researches about it. I avoided spoilers like hell. I deleted comments, you know, on my channel so easily during my entire binge watching just to avoid spoilers. When I had the impression that maybe someone would tell me a spoiler, like really, I deleted the comments just like that. So clearly I didn't make any research about what is gonna happen during these final episodes, but for sure with how stuff evolved during the last episodes, I'm afraid. I'm truly afraid, and that's when maybe a lot of you are gonna be like, a lot of you were already in the comments of the last episodes. I'm against that war. I'm against what Eren is doing. I love Eren, for sure I love him. I love all of what is his character, you know, all of his evolution. I understand all of his reasons, I understand all of what he's doing, I understand all of what he's saying. For sure, he's doing what he's doing because he wants his people, you know, to be free, he wants his people to survive, to win. But there is also a big part inside of his character who is doing that for revenge. And that's a big thing, and he can't hide it. And you know, the last episodes of the season 4 were mostly about that, the fact that he has that rage inside of him. And again, I'm never gonna forget, you know, the first time that I saw that little kid during the first episode of the season 1, the first scene with Eren. My first impression, it was, who? Kids? Really? You have a lot of rage, a lot of things to say, you know, inside of you, like, you have that inside of you. And I think that his character, all along his life, all along all of the things that he lived, all of the bad things that he lived, like also, you know, the death of his mother was a big part of his story, a big part of that rage inside of him. All of what he lived and all, for sure, it built his character and it encouraged, you know, his desire of freedom, of getting out of the place, you know, of seeing what's happening outside, and after that of bringing freedom, you know, and liberty and a real life to his friends, to his people, for sure. But I think also that it fed that desire of revenge, that rage that he has inside of him, all of the story with his father and all, like, I love his character, I understand all of his reasons, but still I can judge him, you know, I can see also that inside of him, and no matter what he wants to do right now, I was gonna say, I'm sorry to say it, but no, I'm not sorry to say it, like, it's a genocide, and for sure I'm gonna be against it. And you know, at this point, everyone suffered, everyone lost people that they loved, everyone has reasons to fight, has reasons for them, you know, to want to win, a reason for which it would be great, in fact, for this person to win. Do you understand what I mean? Like, if you're putting yourself into the shoes of everyone, you can be like, okay, that person deserves to win, that person deserves to win and to survive and to be free. Like, at this point, it's that, you know, everyone suffered, everyone lost people that they loved. I'm not gonna come back to who began first and all, because truly, for me, it's like, you know, the chicken and the egg and, you know, stuff like that. at this point everyone suffered and all, and what Eren wants, you know, that committing a genocide, like, he has reasons to do that, good reasons. It's logical for him to want that. With his character, it's logical and all, with his story, with what he lived, with what he lost, but I'm against it, like I was against, you know, another genocide and all. Like, I'm against all of that. Does it mean that I have a solution to resolve all of that? Nope. But I have a theory still about how stuff are gonna end. For me, the last episode of the season 4 almost gave an answer about it. At least it encouraged my theory about how stuff are gonna end. For me, it's gonna be with Mikasa. With the flashbacks that we had before leaving this anime, and also with, in fact, all of the anime, for me, Mikasa can be the only one to get closer to Eren, to convince him. No, I don't think at this point that you can convince him that he can change and all, but she can be the only one to get closer to him and to maybe do something to him, maybe to kill him, to sacrifice herself with that. For me, she's gonna be the only one who can do something about all of what is happening. You know, we began everything with Eren and Mikasa. For me, we're gonna end everything with Eren and Mikasa. And not forgetting, you know, that Armin is talking, you know, most of the time, all of the time. All of the time? I can't remember. It's Armin, you know, who is saying all of this story, who is saying all of that. So I think that he's gonna survive, and I think that he's telling all of this story because he's telling the story of his friends, because he knows them the best. Like, I can imagine that it's a book, you know, that Armin is writing or something like that. That's my theory. So clearly, that's what I'm afraid of. You know what I think of Eren. You know my theory about how the end is gonna be. Before that, along this episode, I think that we're gonna lose people. I think that people are gonna die. I already prepared the tissue for today. I think that someone might die during this episode. People that I love are gonna die. The fact that I love almost all of them, like, it's making stuff even more difficult for me. You know that I have some favorite characters. You know that Levi, if something is happening to Levi, it's not just gonna be a big deal for me, you know, it's not just gonna be like me crying. No, if something really bad is happening to Levi, I'm gonna finish on the floor crying, and really, I think that it's gonna take me months before me being like, okay, I want to see what's next. Like, I think that I'm gonna be into a denial. I'm gonna be like, no, I don't want to discover the rest. Now, Attack on Titan, I don't care about it now that Levi is dead. Maybe he's not gonna die, but you know, he was truly hurt and all, and also he's someone that everyone loves. So for sure, he's one of the people, you know, of the characters that I can imagine dying. Like, it's almost sure that he's gonna die. And Armin, you know, on the contrary, I'm pretty sure that he's gonna survive to everything. Like, it's the only one that I would be like, okay, you're gonna survive. For sure you're gonna survive. In comparison of Levi, I would be like, you, for sure you're gonna die. Oh. I'm excited, for sure I'm excited to discover this new episode, the story, what is gonna happen to the characters, what Eren is gonna do, even if it's gonna be difficult to watch. But it's gonna be hard to watch, you know. I know it in advance, so that's why, you know, I'm really excited, but at the same time I know what it's gonna be, so I'm like... And the fact is that I'm also really nervous about it. About how I'm gonna receive it because of these expectations that I can have, about people who are gonna talk bad about it, maybe because they have too many expectations, and also just about the story. Like, I'm afraid for the writer, for the story to encourage some ideas, some values that I don't share, I don't agree with, like the revenge thing about that's okay to commit a genocide. I'm a little afraid of it, for sure. I don't know if I'm ready to watch this episode. Okay, I have to. If you want, you have my Patreon on which you're gonna have an extended or full reaction part for this episode. You know, it's a 1 hour episode, so normally I put extended reaction part for that kind of episode, but it's Attack on Titan. So check the description to know what I put, but no matter what, it's gonna be longer than on YouTube, because again, it's a 1 hour episode, and for YouTube, I respect the fair use rules, so I'm putting only 10 minutes, you know, by videos. It means that it's gonna be cut a lot, you know, like I'm gonna be forced to cut a lot, and also because of the Japanese studios and the fact that it's really difficult to upload videos about animes on YouTube. Because of that, I'm gonna be forced to cut each 5 seconds to play with opacity and stuff. So if you really want all of the episodes to share it with me with all of the opacity and stuff like that, it's on my Patreon. And it's also the best way to support me and all, and to have these episodes in advance. Like right there for this one, it's gonna be on Monday morning for sure on my Patreon, and normally on Monday afternoon on YouTube if I don't have big issues, you know, with uploading these reaction videos. So if you want all of these advantages, and if you want to support me, to thank me for the entire binge watching that I made for Attack on Titan and all, it's on my Patreon. And also maybe if you want to rewatch all of these episodes with the extended and full reaction part of Attack on Titan, you know, it's on my Patreon, you know, you can come back and rewatch everything if you want. 20 minutes! 20 minutes as an intro. I think that I was really nervous and I needed to talk about all of it. All of that, I mean. I want to say that I'm sorry, but I'm not. Okay, I need to stop talking now. 20 minutes, it's way too long. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go! Come on, you can do it. I can do it? Okay, come on. Come on! Someone is gonna die today. Not Levi, not Mikasa, at least not yet. We know it! Someone is gonna die today. Come on. It's Attack on Titan. Don't act like you don't know it.
いってらっしゃい。エレン。ミカさん。そろそろ帰ろう。
The beginning.
ゲー長い夢を見てた気がする。だけどなんだっけ。エレン、どうして泣いてるの？
I said it. Everything began with them. Everything is gonna end with them. They're afraid. Oh, okay. We're gonna see it again, like with a different angle.
俺はこの人たちを皆殺しにする。近いうちにみんな死ぬ。母さんはどう思う？死ぬべきは俺たちエルディア人なんじゃないのか？
No one.
エルディア人が完全に死滅すれば巨人の問題がなくなるのは事実だ。そんな結末納得できない。未来の記憶で見たことがある。
Memories of the future.
この少年を助ける。
How much did you see about it?
未来は変わらないらしい。
ありがとう。
俺も同じだったよ、ライナー。半端なクソ野郎だ。ごめん。
なんで泣いてるの？
Because he knows what he's gonna do to you. Yes, it's no use. They're gonna follow you.
島をエルディアを救うため。
Yes, it's for your people to be free, but not only that. Eren, be honest.
の外の現実は俺が夢見た世界と違ってた。
the opening scene!
彼の里で人類が生きていると知って
You were disappointed and angry.
消し去ってしまいたかった
That rage, Eren.
ごめんごめんなさい
I'm saying it a lot. I understand Eren's reasons, but people who are just ruling for him and for what he's doing, arguing that that's okay for him to commit this genocide, this opening scene, it's for you guys. You can't deny the violence, you can't deny the genocide, all of what it means, all of what it looks like. You can't deny it now.
生まれた時からずっと俺の目の前には鬱陶しい壁があった
Eren.
これが自由だ
That's freedom, Eren, what you're doing right now. That's freedom.
ついにたどり着いたぞこの景色になあアルミン
He's not there.
もう怪我は治ったのあれ何
Your freedom, it's not that. The one that he dreamed, you know, and you're all by yourself, all alone.
お礼を言ってないと思って 何年も私に話しかけてくれありがとうはあ
Ah!
もっと明るくて楽しいことがいたでしょ会いたかったからだ兄に
I did not expect a moment like that between these two already. And just after the opening scene,
あんたがいい人だから私みたいな敵にも話しかけてたんでしょエレンとの対話を諦めないのと同じ理由いつ目を覚ますかわからない
also, not just that.
座りなよ前にも言ったけどいい人って言い方がやっぱり嫌だ
Me too.
頭のどこかでいつかエレンと一緒に未知の世界を旅するって約束
Oh, you're coming back to
それ
that, you
が叶
also.
うと僕らが夢見た世界とは違ったよ
Oh, the first part of this finale will be about the memories, about what they were, what they wanted.
みんな死んだんです我が子隊長もレベリオの俺の家族もみんなこれからどうしたら俺たちだけで
ごめんわからないの私は降りると伝えたはずだけど飛行艇にも乗らないつもりなの
Honey.
人類を救うとか私にはよくわからない最後の時間くらい穏やかでいたい
What does it mean when the world is at war?
わかった何が
You know, come on.
あなたはもうアルミンは私たちと飛行艇に乗りエレンの元に向かうあんたはどうしたいの人類を救うためにエレンを殺しに行くの
That's a big question.
殺さない遠くに行ったエレンを連れ戻す私はただ
I'm not sure that you can, Mikasa. I'm pretty sure that you
マ
can't,
ルタを
in
な
fact.
くしたの持って
まだ寝てろだとこれ以上寝てたら
I would never forget about you.
クソヒゲ女の意識が戻ったエレンの行き先を吐かせぞエレンの第二攻撃目標
スラトは要塞
飛行船を潰しにエレンに何の解決策も希望や未来を示せなかった私の無力さ
You're blaming yourself? You're not the only one, you know?
2本も指がありゃ十分だ問題ね
He's gonna die!
ずっと謝りたかったお前と ベルトルトも故郷に帰って家族に会えたのに。
うん。何度殺そうとして思いとどまったかわからない。
ガビとファルコを頼んだ。
了解した。
兄気をつけてな。またね。
正直頼りにしてたからね。でも兄はもう十分戦っただろう。
You know, it's a little like Erwin. They fought too much and you can't ask them to come back to the fight, you know. That's why Levi didn't choose him.
ぜひ今度車力の巨人の背中に乗ってそのタイムを嫌です。
相変わらず巨人とは片思いのままだな。クソメガネ。
すぐに仲良くなるさ。ねえ、リヴァイ。みんな見てるかな。
やつみてえなこと言ってんじゃねえよ。
Are we thinking of the same person? The music is beautiful since the beginning of this episode. What the fuck? You're still there?
燃料タンクに。
Oh, look. Really? A pain in the ass until the end.
まさか
But
地ならしが来た。
you didn't see it coming? You were not warned?
シモン
The fact that Floke is saying that until the end, the fact that Jan doesn't want him to die no matter what. The fact that you didn't see them coming? I'm sorry. The fact that you don't know how to walk on these mountains. To do it now?
足止めを。
お前はダメだ。ここは俺が。
ダメに決まってるだろ。
None of you!
一切消耗。
Yes!
みんなをここまで率いてきたのは私だ。大勢の
No?
仲間を殺してまで進んできた。そのけじめをつける。
No.
ハンジさん。
No, no.
君を15代調査兵団団長に任命する。君以上の敵人はいない。
Oh, but you're not gonna do it by yourself. You're not gonna die.
リヴァイは君の仕事だからこき使ってやってくれ。わかるだろうリヴァイ。ようやく来たって感じだ。私の番だ。
No.
今最高にカッコつけたい気分なんだよ。
No.
このまま行かせてくれ。
You know she's right.
心臓を捧げ。
君が言ってんの初めて聞いたよ。
You all know that she's gonna die. She knows it. At least she's gonna see these titans closer.
いや、巨人って素晴らしいな。 How many of them you're gonna manage to kill? The girl is on fire. That's it. That's what you want me to say. Levi.
千原、ハンジ、見ててくれ。ハンジ、お前は役目を果たした。
そっか。まったく団長なんかに指名されて大変だ。
You're gonna tell them all what you did.
ゆっくり聞け。
No. breath exercises, you know. I'm coming back. I knew that one of you would die during this first part. I didn't understand that this first part was divided between chapters. I don't know what to do, you know, for my videos. I'm gonna come back to that later. I knew that one of them would die. I didn't think of Angie at all. And the fact that it's happening like that, like for everyone, it's almost logical and all for her to sacrifice herself. Levi understands her. She's getting closer to these titans that she loves so much. She managed to kill a lot of them. She's not dying being destroyed by one of them. She's dying because she's going on fire. I really thought that that's it, she was dead, you know, so for her to see her alive, I was like, what? It's what now? You're gonna tell us that everything was a dream? You know, I was like, really, with Attack on Titan, maybe we can have a reveal like that at some point. I was surprised. I was expecting a reveal, something weird to happen, but in fact, you're joining all of the ones who died before you, and it's Erwin who is welcoming you, and you're coming to them saying, I have so many things to tell you about all of the good things that I did. Oh, fuck you, you had me so much with that. I mean, me crying. It's how many? Okay, so we're gonna have 2 chapters for this first part. I think I'm gonna make a reaction video for each of them. I'm gonna divide that. Because so many things happened during this chapter 1 that I have a lot of things to say already. To cut into it, to edit, you know, these things for YouTube and all, that's gonna be awful. I can't say that right there it was a combat, you know, Angie fighting these titans, because she was all by herself and clearly we all knew that she would die, they all knew that she would die, she was sacrificing herself, like, clearly, so it's not a combat. And now that I see what they did with this first chapter, I really think that this entire part 1, that's gonna be about our guys talking about what happened to them into the past, all along this journey, what they wanted, what they were at the beginning, and where they are right now. And, you know, the second part is gonna answer to the question, did they change truly inside of them, you know, the deep thing inside of them, did it change? Are they still the same? Do they still want the same? And that's why we have for sure Annie, that discussion, you know, between Annie and Armin. I'm gonna come back later to the rest of it. But that's why also we are beginning everything with that memory, that first scene of the episode 1, season 1, with Mikasa and Eren. You know my theory, I think that everything began with them, everything is gonna end with them. The only one who can stop Eren, it's Mikasa, and you know also what I think, it's not gonna be by convincing him, I think that she's gonna kill him, because all of that question is coming back again and again, you know, for Mikasa. When the time is gonna come, can you kill him? Are you gonna kill him? Do you want to kill him? Like, are you gonna have that strength? And also, for sure, for us to have that question again and again, we're gonna have an answer for it at some point. And I think that things are gonna end like that, with her sacrificing herself or something like that. And also, yes, for the story, everything began with them, everything is gonna end with them, their relationship. I really think that it's gonna be like that. We had that memory, we had Eren saying all of that, you know, to that little kid and all. I really think that this entire first part, it's about that. Them talking about all of what happened and all, where they are right now. And preparing for the big fight, the big combat against Eren, which is gonna be in fact during the part 2. I really don't think that we're gonna have any big combat and all, in fact. It doesn't mean that no one is gonna die, like the opening scene of this chapter 1, it was about that, people dying, and for me that was an amazing first scene for the first chapter of the first part of this final thing about Attack on Titan, because it's really reminding to everyone that what we're talking about right now, it's Eren committing a genocide. It's Eren going everywhere to kill everyone, just like that, in 1 second, killing everyone. No one can survive, no one can escape, even if they try, even if they run away, even if they are protecting themselves, you know, with walls and all, they're gonna die. Everyone is gonna die. Everyone is gonna die, everyone is gonna suffer. We're talking about people, humans, families, kids, babies, women, you know, old or not, men, old or not, you know, we're talking about all of these people. I'm saying that for people who are ruling, you know, for Eren, you know my position about it, you know that I understand all of Eren's journey, all of the reasons for him to do that. It's logical with his character, it's logical with his journey, it's logical with his background, it's logical with what he knows about the future and how he's feeling and all. Everything is logical, everything is understandable. It doesn't mean that I agree because he's committing a genocide. And right there, the ones of you who are still ruling for Eren because they understand Eren, so they agree with him, you can't deny now what he's doing. It's a genocide. So that's why that first scene was such a good one, because it's a reminder of that. And that's why also the second scene is a good one, because it's Eren using the good words to describe what he's gonna do, what he did, in fact, facing all of these people that he's gonna kill, facing all of that, explaining it and all, and saying himself that he's sorry about it, but that no matter what, he's gonna do it for that and that reason. So, you know, these two scenes for me are working together to show us that it's truly a genocide and to tell us that Eren is aware of it. He knows it, that it's a genocide. He's justifying by the fact that he wants his people to be free, and also he was so disappointed that everything was a lie, that the dream that he had about the world outside was a lie. He was so disappointed that he hated that and that he was angry and that he doesn't care, you know, about things anymore because he can destroy things and all. Like to have after that maybe that dream in fact that he had about the world outside, to build it himself on the bodies of all of the people that he would have killed, but still. Because he has that rage inside of him, also because he has all of that story of revenge within to him also. These two scenes are working together, are really, really, really good choice to begin the first chapter of the first part of your final episode. After that, you know, everything, it was mostly discussions between characters about how they would prepare themselves, you know, to fight against Eren, what they can do and all. A lot about Annie and Armin. I didn't expect for these two to talk so directly, you know, about their relationship. I'm glad for Armin, for sure I'm glad, you know how much I love him. I expected something about it, but more, you know, at the end of everything, during the epilogue moment. Not just right there, but why not? Maybe it's gonna be a reason for Annie to join them at some point. I don't think that she can just behind and all. Even if she would deserve it, you know what they said during that moment? First, I loved the fact that the other guys, they consider her as a friend also. But I love also what they said about it, because it was a little like what Levi said when he chose Armin, you know, and not Erwin. He said like Erwin, he fought so much, he gave so much, he deserves to be at peace now, for us to not call him back. And in a way right there, it's a little the same with Annie, like she fought so much, she gave a lot. If she wants to be at peace, she deserves, you know, to be at peace also. Oh, I didn't talk, you know, thinking about the thing at peace, I didn't talk about that final thing with Eren, you know, as a kid, being like, that's it, I'm free and all. When clearly he's imagining that he's free, that he's flying and all of that, but it's really just your mind thinking that, because in fact, you're flying over the bodies of all of the people that you're killing. But that was an amazing moment, and that was really symbolic, because what you're doing right now, that's freedom for you, that's representing freedom for you. And are you really free, in fact, Eren? And no matter what, you imagine that freedom to share it with your friends, with people that you love, you're not with them, and they're never gonna be with you in these conditions. So it's not the freedom that you dreamed of, and no matter what, it's not freedom like you're fooling yourself if you think so. That was really symbolic and really great. Annie and Mikasa talking together and all, it's always a surprise, but a good one, for sure. Like, if Eren and Reina, you know, are the opposites, and at the same time they are the same, they are functioning the same, it's the same, you know, for Mikasa and Annie. So that's why it's always interesting to have these two talking together. To have all of the mentions about the people who died, it's always difficult. Gabi and Falco, I understand the fact that you don't want kids to participate and all, but can you? I mean, Falco, we'll see. We'll see about that. We have all of that thing about that place into the mountains, these things, you know, these weapons that you can use. Okay, why not? Levi is so hurt and he still wants to participate to the fight. He's gonna die, for sure he's gonna die. Not today, please. Not after Angie. Like, Angie died today, you're not gonna die today. I mean, into this chapter 2, Levi, you're gonna wait for the second part, please. Not right now. I'm not gonna survive. But the fact that he wanted to come no matter what and all, really, Levi. It was so cool to see all of them again. But it's rough. I knew that it would be rough, but... no but, just it is. I knew it, I had it. Okay, I'm really gonna make a second video for this chapter 2. So I'm gonna see you in another video on the same day. Maybe I'm gonna put my reaction video about these two chapters on the same day, on Monday morning on Patreon, with the full reaction part for both of them. And I think that I'm gonna put the episode 1, I mean the chapter 1 on YouTube on Monday, and the chapter 2 on Tuesday on YouTube. And for sure, cutting a lot into it, but you know that it's not what I want, it's just that I respect the fair use rules, and also I'm trying to not get blocked. So if you're watching this on YouTube, you can go on my Patreon and already have my reactions to the chapter 2, if you can be interested by that. Okay, I'm gonna stop this video, I'm gonna watch the chapter 2. For you it's gonna be in another video, and for me it's gonna be just right now, so it's all for you for this video, and it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye. I'm gonna take another tissue and I'm gonna check my makeup, you know, between episodes. Between chapters!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Great.